Welcome back, barbarians, to another Destiny 2 video. Today I want to take a look at Gambit and what I believe to be my favorite loadout. Now, first I want to showcase some gameplay with it, and this is just what I believe to be the most fun loadout. Now recently in Beyond Light, Gambit's changed, so it's a slight combination between Prime and your regular Gambit, or Gambit Reg, if you will. So instead of the rotating bosses you have to kill to DPS the boss, it's the same as Gambit Prime, except now you have a Gambit boss. And I actually enjoy it a lot more. I still think there's two invader problems with the Primeval is out and about, and it seems a little bit random, but that's just my 2 cents there. You'll notice some things during my gameplay. I just kind of want you to take in why I use it and know this isn't sped up at all. And this works. The two fastest classes that I have found are Warlock and Titan. Hunter has some nuanced things about it that work really well, but overall, Warlock and Titan kind of reign supreme in terms of clearing out ads for Gambit. Now, as I showcase the loadout here in a second, there's definitely some things you can change. And I'll talk about why I'm using some of the things I am, and things that you could switch out to make it better or play and cater towards your game style versus mine. One of them being the energy weapon here I'm using, which I'll go over in a second. This combo is absolutely insane at clearing ads, though. I mean, I've cleared whole sections in probably 8 to 10 seconds, like whole sides, and rotated to the next side. Alright, so let's talk about what my setup is. So on the Warlock, I'm using Witherhoard with the Catalyst from last season, I think. Shadebinder, so the Stasis subclass. Penumbral Blast. Cold Snap Grenade, which you could use Duskfield here, but I prefer Cold Snap. I think it's the better option, and I'll talk about why in a second. And then for the fragments, I'm using Whisper of Fissures, and then Whisper of Hedrons, Whisper of Durance, Whisper of Shards. So essentially, some of it gives me back my grenade energy upon killing frozen targets. Some of it increases the damage after I freeze a target, and then increase the damage and size of the like stasis crystals that I shatter. And then for my energy weapon, I'm using the 7th Seraph SI2 with threat detector and surrounded, with a surrounded spec, with a ranged masterwork. Now, I think this is the god roll or up there for this weapon, but you could swap this out for anything. You do want a weapon capable of generating Warmind cells, though. That is crucial. And when I talk about the armor, I'll talk about what I'm using for Warmind cells. Witherhoard is really just fun here. I'm not saying this is the best loadout for clearing ads, but it's certainly the most fun in my opinion. Witherhoard has great aerial or territorial kind of control, and enemies walk right through it. For the heavy, I'm using Commemoration, which is the raid machine gun, which I love, but certainly you could use a legendary sword such as Falling Guillotine here, which would be very strong. Necrotic Grip for the poison, and I'll talk about more about the build in the gameplay here at the end as I play through a match. But all the mods and specs on my armor are for Grenade Launcher Sidearm, and then I'm running Solar, so I can do Burning Cells, Rage of the Warmind, Wrath of Rasputin, and Global Reach for the Warmind cells. Now, just the way I particularly play this build, I don't necessarily worry about shooting the Warmind cells. I kind of leave that for my teammates. I am solo queuing here in this game, so I'm just kind of leaving it up to them. And I don't really worry about picking up motes either. I just kind of let them do it. And you'll see here naturally that I pick up quite a few motes anyway without even trying. So one thing I usually do before running into a crowd, throwing the Witherhoard. Penumbral Blast, of course, triggers the freeze effect, which, because of the way it works with the aspect on the Warlock, one, the target is poisoned, especially low bar enemy, and they're frozen, and then both the frozen aspect, no pun intended, and the poison will transfer from enemy to enemy, traveling along with it. And then while you're switched to your sidearm to do more DPS and kill another target, your Witherhoard is auto reloading if you have the Catalyst, which is fantastic. And then you can throw your Rift down as well. I'm using the aspect that decreases the ability regen on my class ability. And you can just see the orbs drop. I mean, this is very fast. And I'm conscious and aware of that damage boost. I'm surrounded by enemies when I have that sidearm out. And we just cleared both waves. And that was pretty darn fast, if I do say so. So I'm going to deposit mine. I think I dropped, what did I drop, 15 there? Got some heavy ammo over here. I might die here, actually. I don't remember. Yeah, I think I do. Yep. Got me. Stupid acolyte. What a noob. But the way the synergy is for this build is crazy fun. I do have a the Seraph sidearm with auto-loading holster, kind of cheeky. So as you're, no matter what you have out, the other weapon is reloading. But I just put increased sidearm loader on mine, and it seemed to work out fine. On the Hunter, it's kind of nice because you can deplete your sidearm and shade step and get that back. That was kind of nice. But what I really liked about the Warlock is the Necrotic Grip, kind of bringing this all together. Another great option for this build would be Claws of Ahamkara, so you get the double melee, so you have that double frost melee going, which I would love to run as well. And those would be my go-to options probably for exotics for this build, at least for the Warlock. My favorite ad clearing exotic for the Titan is Dune Marchers. I think it's kind of OP in terms of Gambit. That's just my opinion. You can see here Wither Horde. I mean, it just does work on these enemies. Yeah, I reloaded my Wither Horde, and I'm always conscious about that, taking out the Wizard. And yeah, I'm intentionally trying to go for direct hits because it not only does that initial impact towards the target, but then it will drop a pool upon death, which is fantastic as well. And something I don't know if you see in this video, I might do it here actually. With you invade with Wither Horde, it's kind of cool because you can shoot it from afar at the bank of the enemy, and it just sits there. And when the enemy is dealing with blockers that you've sent over, it can be kind of, they won't really realize it's there and they can walk over it and die. I've definitely done that a couple times, which is just turned out to be hilarious. Somehow that guy lunged at me with a sword. Yeah, there's some alterations here you could do with the build for sure. Whether you like to invade, whether you like more boss damage, I'd recommend a legendary sword. Wither Horde's really just has that fun element here, but I find it so much fun just the way it works. I personally did notice a little bit of an issue with ammo when running it, but other than that, 10 out of 10. So I'm really curious what you guys think is the best Gambit loadout, or what is your favorite. Please drop a comment below what you like to run for Gambit. I'm really curious to know. I'll definitely try it out. And if you guys did find this video fun, not so much helpful, but just fun, please feel free to drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.